So then basically when it was time for us to leave our friends in Green Mountain Falls, we were heading towards Telluride, Colorado, which is, you know, kind of on the same lines of Jackson Hole, Wyoming. It's, you know, it's a ski area, ski town, but it's very historic. It kind of basically got its start because of mining. So it's an old mining town at the base of this huge canyon. You got basically three canyon walls around you. It's just cool little like this western mining town that basically, I think it was in this maybe in the 20s or the 30s, maybe not even that late. Basically kind of just dried up. Mining dried up. People left the town. There wasn't really anything going on in the town until the 70s, I think, when developers started to pour money into it to make it a ski town. So and it's very sought after. It's very expensive. So when we left Green Mountain Falls, on our way to Telluride, that was our goal for the day. You go over this another mountain pass, I guess, or maybe it's just a continuation of the pass we're already on. I don't really know, but you come over this mountain pass, and you see this amazing just valley, and it almost looks like 360 degrees of the Rocky Mountains. It was just breathtaking. It was awesome. Again, hard to show it in video, especially driving in the car, but it was amazing. It was so cool. It was just that was one of the highlights of the day for sure. Our friends told us, like, oh yeah, you go over this pass, you're gonna see this awesome valley, and I guess in the valley there it gets very cold. It gets below zero sometimes. But she said once you get through the valley, you'll see this herd of bison, and then there's there's a few white bison in there, and sure enough, we saw the herd, and we stopped, and we saw a few of those white bison, so that was neat. But that was just a really cool drive. For a while, just going through middle of Colorado, just through these valleys and these farmlands, and it sounds kind of boring, but it was just it's so scenic. We had gotten snow the day before, so it was kind of snowy, and it just looked really really nice. But we headed towards one of the places I wanted to see in Colorado on the way to Telluride was Black Canyon of the Gunnison. But again, just another really deep scenic canyon. Hard to show the scale and the depth on video, but it was really awesome. I think it's actually another national park that's kind of, you don't really hear about a lot. It's obviously not the same scale as other parks, but so we stopped off there and kind of walked around there for a while, and that was really awesome to see too. Again, there's almost too much to see in Colorado. There's so much. So yeah, we stayed in Telluride for, I don't know, maybe 2.5 days or so, and we stayed in a ski lodge there up at the top of the canyon. And what's cool is that there's a gondola there that'll take you from the top of the canyon down into Telluride, back and forth. So you don't have to drive at all if you don't want to get into town. So we did that. That was really cool. It was kind of a little kind of nerve-wracking when you first get on it. Telluride's a great little town. It was super cool. I mean, it's quaint. But then right there, there's hikes. Of course, you're in the middle of this huge canyon, so of course you can imagine there's some pretty cool hikes out there. Again, Colorado being so high in elevation, yeah, I mean you get winded so fast, even just running upstairs. It was kind of funny, like going back and forth, bringing our stuff from the car to the ski lodge. We were like winded walking up a hill. But yeah, we did a really cool hike one day. I think it was probably 10 miles round trip, and it wasn't even the full hike. The hike was towards Bridal Veil Falls, I think it's what it was, and it's these falls that are kind of basically sits over top, way up above Telluride. While we were there, it's getting it's pretty cold right now, so half the falls were frozen. I think there's like a little lodge or something up there near the falls, as you can see in some of the photos and videos here. But our hike was towards that, and like I said, we went 10 miles round trip, and we had to turn around because it was just too much. It was getting dark, and we were just so winded. But it was awesome. It was such a great hike. In most of the video and photos of Colorado, really probably most of this trip, is really hard to show. It's really hard to show how amazing it is on video. The scale of some of these cliffs and these canyons and the depth is really hard to show, but it was a really fun hike. We had a great time with that hike. So, and from there, from Telluride, we were gonna come over to here to Utah. And so there was a few places in between that I wanted to that we both wanted to see on the way. So the day we left Telluride, we went over to the next, I think it's the next nearest town to Telluride, is called Ouray. Again, another old mining area, another old mining town. And to get there, you went over this crazy mountain pass again, with just no guardrails in half the places, and you're just looking down. You're like, oh my God, one wrong move. But just super cool drive. It was amazing going through these mountain passes and these old gold mining towns. So when we were leaving Telluride, it was time to leave Telluride. I think we were actually just kind of en route to Utah. My memory's awful, but we were looking at the map, or Autumn was looking at the map, and we realized that Mesa Verde, wasn't really that far away. And if you've done any kind of research on kind of what to see in Colorado, this is one of those places. It's this just amazing, like ancient Native American dwelling in the side of technically I think it's a mesa was what it's called, but we'll just call it a cliff. And it's just, so it was one of those things that we're like, well, originally we're like, well, it's just so far south, we weren't going to try it. But when we realized that actually it wasn't going to take that long when we were looking at the map, so we went ahead and just decided on the fly to get over there as fast as we could, because we wanted to see it before dark. So we cruised over there, and we made it to the entrance of the park, and it was probably, I don't know, maybe 15-20 minutes before sundown. And to get to the awesome part of the park, you have to get through these, basically switchbacks, I would like to call them. Like, you gotta go around this up this canyon, or up these hills, and up these kind of mountains to get to the area. So I am just like cruising. I've got it in sport mode, and just trying to, not to be one of those guys like hauling butt through a national park, but we drove all this way, and we wanted to see it. So I think at one point I told Autumn, like, this is where I'm gonna get pulled over at, because I'm going too fast in here. And sure enough, 10 minutes later, I got lit up by a park ranger. But he kept on going. Thankfully, he kept on going. And of course, so I slowed down a little bit. But so we got to the there's so many different areas inside this park that you can see. But one of the main points we wanted to see, we got there to this area, and it was so close to dark. So we jump out and we run down this walkway, run down these steps, and there it was. Like, it was mind-blowing. It was so cool. Like, we've seen photos of it and but to see it in person was just like, it was so cool. We wanted to just stand there and take it all in, but it was getting dark. And then as we were coming in, we noticed that the main road for where this section is, has a gate, and it said gate closes at sundown. So we're like, oh my god, we're gonna get locked in here. So we just we ran down there and kind of just stared at it for a little bit, took some photo and some video, but then we had to just run back to get back to the gate. And sure enough, when we got back to the gate, one side had already been closed, and so we were like, whew, and we pulled out, and then there was the park ranger that had lit me up, put his lights on. So luckily I think he kind of knew we were down there. He was giving us a little bit of time to get back out, so I gave him a friendly wave. But that was worth it. That was worth the side trip to go see that. That's a place that another one of the places that we would, next time we're in Colorado, we want to go back and spend more time there. Again, that's Mesa Verde. I think that's how you say it. But yeah, thanks for watching another video. We've got another day here in Utah, outside Zion National Park, and then we're heading to Grand Canyon. So yeah, the next video will be, kind of sharing our adventure in Utah, which has been awesome as well. It's we've kind of been trying to decide what do we like, what's been our favorite, and it's just so much to take in, just all the scenery and the amazing rock formation and the cliffs. It's just it's been nuts. But yeah, so Utah has its own uniqueness. So we'll be sharing some of that on the next video. So thanks for being along for the ride. We'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks.